So perfectly executed. What are you doing in the interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see.
He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got his man. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
It's complete to the left. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll just keep slinging it. This one's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. Tackled, but he has a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got a man. It's Montgomery. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. Fights off the defender. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 35. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Comes out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Lexington.
The Wildcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Takes it from the gun on third down. The quick out. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Throws to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Kentucky right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Running back goes in motion. Fires to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
He wants to throw. Got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going. Trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He makes a catch. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation.
Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game, but early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Kentucky going quickly. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Catch in the middle, it's Finley. Stop just inside the 25, we'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Wants to fire on second down. On target. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Hines is back in the middle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the stomping has commenced.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air on first down. Fires one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. At the 20, he's got space. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. Looking to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Wants to throw on third. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Dave, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. He'll throw on 3rd down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Gamecocks are on the move.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th.
Going for it all. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
They march 72 yards. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Unloads it left. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Going up top on first down. He lets it fly. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. He's going to pass on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man quickly. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They're 3 for 4 on fourth down in this one, and they'll try it again. They'll try it on the ground. He will not get it. A fourth down. This defense as they try to salt this one away. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Going to need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it, you got to get better, you got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.